Good morning. This is Bren Sheehan in beautiful San Francisco with Modern Domainer magazine. I have here today with me Skip Hogland. Good morning, Skip.
Good morning.
My first question to you obviously involves domaining. How long have you been in this industry?
I got in the domain name business in '95. My business before that was a publishing business. We published tourist magazines in various cities in the Southeast. And a young fellow walked up to me and my companies in '95 and said, "Skip, aren't you worried about the internet replacing your company?" And I said, "I don't know anything about the internet, but I guess I better look into it." So, and another friend of mine at that time said, "Why don't you just buy some of these domain names?" So we looked into it and we said, well, we don't know much about technology. We're not going to be Microsoft or any of these software development companies. We don't know enough about it, but let's just go ahead and buy some domain names. So we started buying up the cities where we operate our tourist magazines. We thought that was a perfect way of potentially protecting what we had. And we bought up sites like MyrtleBeach.com, HiltonHead.com, Charleston.com, Savannah.com, where we had our tourist magazines. And we simply evolved to just putting those magazines up on the internet. We already had our sales staff. We already had our companies. We already were producing the content. So unlike a lot of the technology guys, I come from the advertising, marketing, and business world. And it was just a natural fit for us, and it was much easier for us to get fully developed sites and get these sites up to profitability much quicker because we had all the tools to do that. And I think even today, it's proving that to make money in any business, whether it's a technology business or an old media, traditional media business, you've got to have a real company with real offices, people selling, working, answering telephones. And you've got to, certainly you can think global, but you've got to act local, and that's been the success of our company. And so it hasn't stopped. And starting in '95, we started buying up these names. We started buying up other U.S. cities when we could find them available. We started buying up international city names like BuenosAires.com, Edinburgh.com, Geneva.com. One of the greatest names that I was able to acquire was Cuba.com, which is one of the kind of the crown jewels in our company. And then we got into buying some generic product names like fishing.com, flyfishing.com, outdoorfurniture.com, mailordercatalogs.com, and we just kept on going like a lot of these guys that are here at this expo, and eventually built our portfolio up to a pretty good size portfolio.
Oh, wow, terrific. What are your thoughts on the size of this industry?
Well, I think this industry is it's almost staggering. It's unlimited. But also you can think of it in terms of that I'm starting to think of it in terms as of recent that it's actually a smaller industry than we actually realize. When you think about the geos, not just city.com names, geos takes in any kind of geographical domain name. We can eliminate the .org, .nets, and all that. Let's talk about pure geos and .com. Well, the world is smaller than we think because of this reason. We have basically 200 city.com, pure city.com names around the world that probably represent 90% of where people receive their information from some media source. We have 52 state.com names, Georgia.com, South Carolina.com, et cetera, et cetera. We have 200 countries, Cuba, Guatemala, Argentina, on and on. So you put all these names together, we're talking about a group of 500 or 600 individuals own the geographical names and .com in the world.
Amazing.
So what happens when all these guys come together under one huge network or umbrella? We're going to start getting the attention of a lot of people, and we already are.
Skip, do you have any new products that your company's developing?
We do. We're working on a lot of new technologies that we're going to be using on our sites, and we're going to be offering to other geographical domain name owners as well. We're working on Flip Page Media, which is a new company that I've just launched, which will give you the ability to put magazines, both free tourist magazines, paid publications, newspapers, on your website with a 3D, turning the pages with the mouse. And I think this is not a new technology. but we're doing some bells and whistles and some things to it that we think will be very useful for the geographical domain name owners. We're working on social networking localized, such as submit your newspaperstory.com, submit your local cityvideo.com, and things of that sort. We think that social networking will be very big within the communities of where people live and react.
Thank you. Well, thank you, Skip, for your time and very interesting answers. For the 2008 Domainer Yearbook, this is Bren Sheehan coming from the spectacular W Hotel in San Francisco.